Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at the brick-built Mosasaurus Boat Mission from Lego Jurassic Park. This is set 76974 and comes with 858 pieces. You build this really cool looking Mosasaurus dinosaur, a water-dwelling one, with a lot of different moving parts, or movable parts, I should say, as well as a small boat, and it comes with two minifigures and a few little, water pieces. We'll look at the boat first, save the best for last. You do get two minifigures, you can see them here. The back of the boat actually only has studs for one minifigure, but the other one can kind of balance, particularly if you give him the tranquilizer gun against that little block there in the back. You can just see over his shoulder, and with that gun he can kind of balance against the side there. This part can fold down if you wish, and you just have a very simple textured piece for the engine there. Doesn't really rotate or anything. Slide out our other minifigure. You do have a nice piece here. It is a sticker, but it does have the Mosasaurus on the radar, which is pretty cool. Magnifying glass, I guess, for examining things. A boat mounted tranquilizer gun, speaker, megaphone, some lights there with that clear piece, and then a crate with some extra pieces in it, which I have just attached to this section here. You could choose not to attach it there if you wanted. And you do have room for another pilot here with the standard Lego control panel for machines there, and a little driver there as well. Just a nice simple boat. It is made out of a couple larger pieces. So that is kind of lowering the piece count for the set a little bit, I think, but not too many larger pieces. You do use some stickers here on the side of the boat as well for some of these pieces to give it a little more texture that it wouldn't have otherwise. You do also use a sticker on this piece for the front, and inside you have some extra tranquilizer pieces as well as like a control panel for adjusting what this thing does, and it just attaches very easily to the front of the boat for them to carry around. For the minifigures in the set, you get two of them. You get Atwater, who we have here, and Leclerc, who is our other one, which we'll look at in a second. Just picked this guy up first. I gave him the tranquilizer gun with the little tranq dart on top. Take that out for right now. And he has a nice band there on the legs of the figure for the gap between shorts and shoes, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen them print it that way before. And then he has his sort of vest with all the little pouches and stuff, and there on the back with a printed backpack. His legs have side printing, and that is repeated on the other side, which is interesting. I don't think I've noticed that on any of the other figures before. He only has the one-sided face print, though. Up next, we have our second minifigure. We have Leclerc, who comes with a baseball cap, which I will take off. So we can see the whole figure. A pretty simple pair of legs, just black pants, and then a torso with sort of vest and a pouch, and then a neck band, and then just pretty simple there on the back. Pretty good minifigures, I think, in this set. You also get two water pieces. This sort of larger of the two with some like barnacle and kelp or seaweed pieces, or maybe some sort of lake plant, and then a fish there as well. Some clear blue pieces as well for near the side of the rocks, and then a just smaller version in the second smaller piece. And then as we come into the star of the show, the Mosasaurus. So this is a pretty long dinosaur. It is entirely brick built. You get some very nice detail. You can see, I'm sure, the ball joint connectors that let it bend, so you can have it sort of bend in multiple directions. You can sort of twist as you like, however you prefer to move it for play. They don't move up and down because they do have the multiple connectors, but they do easily move side to side. Even the larger pieces do as well, and it is pretty sturdy. I don't think there's a huge risk of it sagging, although I can't guarantee that, of course. And then you get some fins, some smaller ones here for the back of the larger torso section. and then some larger ones here in the front, and those can freely move on that ball joint they're attached to, and that's true for the smaller ones as well. On the inside, you do get some flashes of color, which you might be able to make out on the camera there. Some red on the interior, which I think is fine. You can't really see them, to be honest. I mean, it does kind of break up some of the monotony there. Nice white underbelly for the Mosasaurus with the dark green and brown for the top. These are printed pieces. Fortunately, you don't have to put stickers on all of those, which is very nice, as are the eyes. Those are printed as well. Some nice texturing on the face with various angled pieces to kind of give it some depth. It comes to the front in a sort of very narrow nose. Look at it from the top there. And the mouth does open. You get a very long pink tongue with just a hint of red for the gums underneath the teeth, of which you have these huge rows of, with some larger ones here in the back. And then these teeth just stick out a bit, and that can close or stay open. It does have a couple points. It's one of those notched pieces, so it does stay open if you clip it into that right spot. As I mentioned, it does not bend up and down, but it does easily bend in all the segments from side to side. So you can have it sort of spiraling through the water, twisting through the water, however you like. That's just some very nice details as you kind of come into the white underbelly between the green and the brown, and just a real fun thing to put together. Really cool set, I think, as a play set. I think I would have loved this as a kid, but I thought this was a really cool set, so I picked it up. I hope if you decide to get it after watching this that you enjoy it as well. And that's all I have for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.